Hello, everyone. This is Pamela Pedrick coming to you live from Ocala, Florida. All right, how's everyone doing today? I'm trying to get my cats up here so you can see them, but they're being a little timid. They want me to, throw them the food, right? So tonight's topic, Twisty Topic Tuesday, I'm going to put a twist on tonight's topic and apply it to us and life. All right, if you are new to me, never seen me before, drop a 1 in the comment section. Just want to check on something real quick. Come on, baby. You want to come up? You want a treat? Come on. You're being shy. You're being shy. Come on. Hey, up here. Yeah, they want me to throw it to them instead of having them come up to me. Hey, it's over here. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. It's up here. Come here. This is Zacchaeus. I don't know if you can see him. So tonight, are you a cat person, dog person, or do you have different pets? Maybe cows, maybe chickens, maybe a horse, right? And I'm going to apply it to our life as well. So if you are new to me, never seen me before, drop a 1 in the comment section. Guys, I got lots of treats up here. They're being really shy today. I don't know why. And I've got treats all over here. Come on, guys. And if you are watching the replay, drop it 2 in the comment section. If you are on your health and weight loss journey, drop a fire emoji. So are you a cat person or a dog person? Do you have cats? Do you have dogs? What type of animal do you have? Drop a comment below and let me know if you have any pets. Some people have snakes, which I don't mind snakes, but I'm not one to have them as a pet. I know a friend. My brother actually had a bearded dragon, which they make pretty good pets, but you have to keep crickets because they eat live crickets. So you have to kind of keep them and feed them so that they live long enough to feed the bearded dragon, which, yeah, I'm not that type of person to have like insects all around. So, just 1 second. Okay, so do you have any pets? All right, so pets. Now, pets can be like family members, right? They are members of the family. We take care of them. We love them. And if you're not a cat person or not a dog person, then there's different reasons why, right? Cats have their own personality. They truly do. Each cat has their own personality. Some are more cuddly than others. Some cats are like, yeah, could care less, right? And dogs, they always are happy and happy to see you when you come home. And sometimes horses can be like that. I've never had a horse, but from what I hear from horse owners, horses can be like that too, right? They hear your name, they come running. So drop in the comment section if you have any pets, or if you had pets when you were younger or growing up. I used to have a hamster. I started with hamsters. I now have 2 cats. Judah and Zacchaeus. Like I said, they're a little camera shy. I have treats all up here, but they want me to throw them the treats instead of coming up here so you guys can see them. And they are rescue cats, and I literally rescued them off the streets. One, Judah, he weighed half a pound at 8 weeks, and we had to wait for him to gain weight before we can give him his vaccinations. And then Zacchaeus was actually under my brother's car. He actually ended up under there in the engine area at 7 weeks, and he could easily get himself down, but he was too scared, so I inherited him because I was waiting for people to post signs like they lost a kitten or something. I said, I'll bring him back, and 7 years later, I still have him. So I literally rescued both of them off the streets. So Judah was in the woods. I came home from nursing school from a class one night, saw him on the side of the road, and it was a pretty major highway from where we lived at the time. It was a straight access to the hospital, so you had lots of ambulances going back and forth. And like, if I come back to school tomorrow and I find him dead in the road, I'm going to be so upset that I didn't do something to save this little one. So I actually grabbed my mom. I was living with them at the time. Didn't ask if I can, have this cat. I was like, hey, come help me rescue this cat. He's on the side of the road in the middle of the woods, right? Because I was like single woman in my car trying to catch him, and let me just go home and grab mom. So we're trying to catch him. She's like, you have any food? I'm like, yeah, I have a protein bar in case I got hungry during class. So I'm throwing food out for him, right? And each time I went to go grab him, he ran away. And my mom was outside the woods. I was inside trying to grab him. And I'm like, Mom, he's over there. She's like, where? She's like, it's dark and it's a black cat. I'm like, oh, right. So finally I was able to pick him up, and he literally fit in the palm of my hand at 8 weeks. He weighed half a pound. He was nothing but like head, basically. And he looked like a little bat. So, and then what ended up happening is he ended up falling off my bed like 2 days later. He was so small, he instead of jumping off like cats normally did, he was so small, he put his arms first and kind of slide down, but when he did, he hit himself on the closet, ended up having a seizure. which freaked me out because I'd never seen a cat have a seizure. His eyes went in the snagbus back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then he started walking around in a circle going, meow, meow. I'm like, it freaked me out. So, of course, it's the weekend. None of the vets were open. I had to take him to emergency vet, right? Because by that point in time, he became a member of my family, even though I had him less than a week. And then the vet said his blood sugar was low. Kittens at that point don't realize that they need to eat. So she's like, leave food out all the time. So I did. And he ate so much food, his belly got so big. I called him his little Buddha belly. So his name's Judah, so I nicknamed him Judah Buddha. Because every time he ran, his little belly was coming out. So how does this apply to life? Okay, so we treat our pets as members of the family, and we know that dogs, their lifespan's not as long as ours, right? In fact, I think it's 7 years, our 7 years to their 1, and cats, it's about the same. Some cats can live to 20, but it's pretty much the same. If I were to tell you and share with you, look, there is this amazing food that will not only help your pet, your loved one, your pets live longer, but would help them be healthier overall, right? And they won't be as sick as much. You won't have to take them to the vet because, hey, they're not going to be sick as much. You'll take them for their yearly vaccinations and checkup. But your pet would live longer, right? Because you want them to live. I had to put my cat down last November. It can be a traumatic experience at times, right? To have to make that decision of to put them down because they're sick and suffering versus to try and to save their life when it's at that point where even if we tried everything, he wouldn't have survived, most likely would not have survived. So it's a very traumatic, decision to make when you have to make that end of life decision for your loved one, for your pet. So if we were to say, okay, here's something that will help your pet live longer, live as long as you, if not longer, and it doesn't cost any more than what you're currently spending on the food, right? Let's say if it's a food product. Wouldn't you want to look at it? Wouldn't you want to invest in that to prolong your pet's life? I know. Hey, I make sure my cats eat healthy. One of my cats ended up being diabetic. My vet said we're going to put him on insulin. I said, let me try food modification first because I didn't want to go that route. He's like, well, you're a nurse. You can do the insulin shots. I said, if you can give me time, and I did. I completely changed it with food modification. Yes, his glucose was good. See, even with pets, we can reverse to some extent some of the illnesses that they have because I thoroughly researched it. I put them on some good food. And it didn't really cost that much more compared to what I had previously. I just had to upcharge, so to speak. So if we do that for our pets, why don't we do it for ourselves, right? Why aren't we making that investment? Buying the fruits and the vegetables, maybe buying it sometimes organic, doing that little bit of an upcharge. It doesn't cost any more than what we're previously spending. We have to just look at what we are spending. How many times are we going out to Starbucks a week or a month? How many times are we going to Dunkin' Donuts? How many times are we buying out and going out to eat versus buying groceries and coming home and making good whole food meals for us, right? So if our pets who we love, if we were willing to invest in them, why don't we invest in ourselves, right? So just a challenge for you, Twisty Topic Tuesday, talking about pets and reversing it. And to make that decision, look at what you're currently eating, okay? Especially when you're going out to eat, because sometimes that can be a trap for us. The restaurant portion sizes are so huge nowadays. It has so many calories and so many fat grams that you have to be careful of what you're eating. I know a lot of times we're like, I'm going to save, I'm not going to eat that much because I really want to go out and enjoy the food, which is fine, but they're so huge. A lot of times you can just cut that meal in half, take the rest home, and have it for leftovers, have it for lunch the next day, right? And still enjoy a really good meal. So just a twist on the topic, having pets, and if we're willing to invest in them and to prolong their lives, why don't we do it for our own health and for our own longevity? Many, many chronic illnesses can be reversed. Our lives can be prolonged. We just have to be proactive and be our own health advocates and eat those. The American Cancer Society says that if we eat at a minimum 6 to 8 servings of vegetables and fruit a day, at a minimum, American Cancer Society, that we can decrease our risk of cancer by 66%. That is a significant percentage. It's not less than half. It's not half. It's over half. Decrease our risk of getting cancer by 66% by only eating 6 to 8 servings of vegetables and fruit a day and making sure we're getting that in daily. Wow, how many of us know of a loved one, maybe it's yourself, that have been burdened with cancer and having that to fight to survive, right? And all the American Cancer Society said is just increase your intake of fruits and vegetables. Get 6 to 8 servings a day. But the majority of us aren't doing it. So we can prolong our life. We can live healthy lives. We just have to rethink, change our minds, little twists on how we think about food. You know, seeing where we're spending the extra money, because sometimes for a lot of us, we can get some money back by the extras we're spending, and then put it and invest it into our health by buying those whole food meals, whole food fruits and vegetables, organic if you can. If not, get yourself a good veggie wash. But we just have to rethink things. Hope you found this valuable. If so, please share or tag someone in the comment section. Well, maybe you know someone who's on their own health and weight loss journey. Share it with them. It could be a benefit to them as well. To your health, have a great night, everyone.